What is up guys, Taiki here with less hair, and in this video I'll be going over why I traded my Visor tokens for Alchemist tokens. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. So let's get started. So if you've been following the markets, you probably noticed that the price of Visor has pretty much gone vertical ever since I released my video on it, right about there, a little over $1. And I laid out my investment thesis for Visor, especially with Uniswap v3 coming in early May. There's going to be lots of demands for protocols that are going to be focusing on concentrated liquidity and providing liquidity for Uniswap. So let's actually go back to when I had more hair to really hear what my plan was for trading the Visor token. So how I'm trading all these tokens, right, especially Visor, is that I think that these projects are going to be hyped up leading to the Uniswap v3 launch. So for me, I'm going to buy the token now and sell the news when Uniswap v3 launches, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Alright, so buy the rumor, sell the news. And I've also recently made a video on Method Finance, which is also trying to tackle the LP problem with the NFT smart vaults. And the token of that, in a few days has gone from 38 cents to roughly 88 cents. So you can see that there's a lot of hype and demand for these LP tokens. And, I initially planned to hold on to Visor until maybe the last week of April, first week of May. But, I took those funds, I made a little over 3x, and now I'm rotating those funds to Alchemist. Why is that? To understand that, you have to first understand the backstory of Mist Visor Method, their relationship, compare their relative value, and then, then going back and explaining the trade that I made. So what I didn't know back when I first made a video a week ago was that both Visor and Method are forks of Alchemist. And you can't really blame me for this because I read this documentation a while ago about Alchemist because I thought they were related, but you can see that they're saying that there is no roadmap, the future is unpredictable, and the only plan is that there is no plan. So I kind of forgot about Alchemist, but recently I've done more digging and found out that both Visor and Method are forks of Alchemist. So Alchemist is the original project, right, tackling these NFT vaults, and Visor and Method just forked it and just put their own spin to it. And if you think about it, it's very rare that forks become more valuable than the original project. If you think about Uniswap and its respective forks, Cake and Sushi, the Uniswap is roughly $17.5 billion, and Cake and Sushi, they do their own thing really, really well. However, their market cap is significantly smaller than that of Uni. Okay, so now let's look at the market caps of Alchemist, Method, and Visor. Alchemist is roughly 165 million, Method is around half of Alchemist, and Visor is roughly double that. Keep in mind, Alchemist, their supply increases 1% every 2 weeks, so it's not static. But, just looking at the market caps, does it make sense that Visor, their fully diluted value is double that of Alchemist? When I saw this, I was like, you know what, maybe the best risk-reward play is to just convert my Visor to Alchemist, right? And part of that thesis is because I think the original project should have the highest value when it comes to, competing with its forks. Similar to how Uniswap has the highest value compared to Sushi and Pancake, I think over time Mist is going to emerge as the highest market cap project in this space, in the Uni v3 NFT vault space. So that's the trade I'm making. That's the logic behind the trade, right? And when I'm converting Visor to Mist, it's not that I'm bearish Visor. I just think that Mist will outperform Visor in the next couple of weeks or months. Better risk reward. And a more sophisticated way to think about your trades is to scenario plan, right? Because right now there are 3 potential scenarios. Visor is overvalued, Visor is fairly valued, or Visor is undervalued, right? We simply don't know. We're just speculating on the price, but in those instances, what would the price of Mist do, right? In those 3 scenarios. Well, if Visor is actually overvalued, right, then I would argue that Alchemist has less downside risk. Because at 330 million, if Visor is overvalued, well, maybe, Visor just slowly goes down and Alchemist will overtake Visor in market cap, right? So the downside risk is less. If anything, there's some upside risk there. But what if Visor is fairly valued? Well, that just means that Mist has some catching up to do, right? Visor's market cap is double that of Mist, so that means Mist must outperform Visor by at least 100% in order for the market to, hit equilibrium. But what if Visor is undervalued? Well, that just means that Alchemist has way more upside, right? If if let's say Visor is worth $500 million, then that just means Mist is worth over $500 million. And that's a 3x for me here. So when I think about, trading it this way, it's like if you swap your Bitcoin for ETH, it's not that you're bearish Bitcoin. You just think that ETH will outperform Bitcoin, right? And that's a normal trade that a lot of people take. So yeah, I'm not bearish Visor. I just think Mist has a better risk reward profile from here on out. So let's go over the summary. So first, I initially understood Mist, right? So I'll get that out of the way. Like, I messed up. But luckily for me, I got lucky because the Visor ended up moving a lot more in price. So, though I made a mistake, I got rewarded for, overlooking Mist. So I'm just going to rotate my Visor profits roughly at 3x and just rotate it into Mist and then capture that next 3x. Because when you're like trying to swap assets, you just think, hey, how I think about it is like, how easy is the next 2x? I feel like the next 2x for Visor is a lot more difficult than the next 2x for Mist. So that being said, I'll be accumulating Mist. I'm not sure if I'll sell Mist before Uniswap V3, but because I do think the project is a much more legit. But a lot of things changed. I mean, I was planning to hold on to Visor until last week of April, but I'm just swapping out of it now. So many things change in crypto. So yeah, if you like the content, please like and subscribe, and let me know what you're doing with your Uniswap V3 plays. Are you holding XTK, Visor, Elixir, Method, or Mist? And I'm just being transparent with my moves, but I want to know what your thoughts are. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.